Hey everybody, just setting this up a couple minutes early so that we don't have to... Why is this doing that? Oh, I see what's going on here. That's good. That'll work. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna set this up real quick. Hope you don't mind. A little bit of nothing going on for a second here. Refresh this. There you go. All right. And that's already muted. That's good. Just go ahead and pop out my chat window here. Alright, and I'll copy this link, and then I'll just slide that over like that. Okay, add window capture. Okay, no, YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna make this just a little bit bigger. Okay. Hey, Helen. Hey, Ippity, Stephanie. Yeah, okay, more people. Hey, Brandy. Let's see what we got. Now I gotta go post to Facebook. This live. Post and to Tumblr. Live unboxing. Post. Okay, that's Facebook and Tumblr. There you go. Cool. Hey, Karen. So, I hope everyone's having a good day. It is particularly, well, it's hot. It's hot again. It's no big surprise. So I just got out of the shower. You'll have to pardon my hair. It's a little stringy and wet right now, but it's nice having a little water going on. It's too hot. Very hot. I don't like that. Hey, Julie. So, I didn't think there was going to be anything coming in today. Hey, Carla. Hey, Karen. But it's Columbus Day. It's October 12th, 2015. Of course, you're here. You know that this is Loki Hates You. And for some reason, On-Track Delivery System is still delivering on Columbus Day. So, I'm not going to guess who it's from, because whenever I guess who it's from, half the time I'm wrong. Hey, Kat. Good to see you're here. Every time I guess who it's from, I get a message from somebody else saying, like, nope, that was from me. So, we're going to see who it's from. It's got a high probability that it's from Helen. But it's got an equally high probability that it's from, I don't know, maybe Brandy. You know, there's a couple of real power players here. So, I think it's been a couple minutes. Oh, Sophie. Lesta and Jareth's girl. Sophie's doing well. I haven't seen her since yesterday. She's, hanging out with my landlady in the other apartment where her owner lives. Hey, Hallie. And, no, I got Windows 10 to work. Anyways, hold on. Let me finish with Sophie first. She's just going to be hanging out in the bathroom for a while. I got to take her to the vet again on Tuesday to get just a follow-up so the doctor can say, like, here's what happened during the procedure. Make sure we're giving the medicine correctly and stuff, or the landlady's giving the medicine correctly. I have nothing to do with giving her medicine. And yeah, she's just going to be like hanging out in the bathroom for the next 6 weeks so she doesn't get too excited and try to run around the apartment with 2 broken legs that are trying to heal. Windows 10 is installed for anyone concerned about that. It's currently rendering a video for you guys, hopefully that I'll have up later today. Unfortunately, even with Windows 10, my computer has already found a way to freeze again. I'm going to have to start looking into other hardware issues related to other things other than my video card. Somebody had said RAM yesterday, just off the cuff, and maybe that's going to be what it is. I don't know. We'll see. Hey Mina, don't worry about it. It's just, please don't, like, God, don't give me a guilt trip for skipping one name. Jeez. Hey Zio. Let's see. The gift is going to be a bit late, a lot later than I expected. Oh, the gift for the cat. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the cat has gotten her hopes up for any packages, so it coming in late isn't going to be that big of a deal to her. I will when I see her on Tuesday, but I don't actually see that much of Sophie. I really never met her until she got hit by that car, so she's in a good place right now. She's over, actually directly across the alley here. So, oh good, Zio just got packages too. But you're not. You're in Mexico, right? Do they have Columbus Day in Mexico? I would imagine they don't care too much about Christopher Columbus. I don't know. I could be wrong. I guess he's sort of. Anyways, let's open a package. What do you say? Oh, look at this guy. This. That. Hey, Candace. Oh, your aunt came with packages. I see what's going on. La 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 la. Opening a box. I actually just went out to the recycle bin, and I had to go and dig through it in order to make room for all the boxes that I put in it. I had to kind of separate out a lot of cardboard and a lot of plastic just so other people could use the recycle bin because I'm filling it up so fast. So, once again, it seems like someone's gone off book. And yeah. Alright, so let's see what we got here. This is from Helen. Thanks, Helen. Enjoy your gift. Love, Helen. So the first thing we got is, to be not expected, but it's in a long line of things that we've grown to know and love. Another pack of special guests for Zombicide. This one has like a crazy medic character who seems to be missing an arm. Let me see if I can get a better view of this for you guys. Hey Danny. Hey Danny, hey. It's like a weird chant. What do we got here? So this has two bonus characters, whom I'm not completely sure what their abilities are, but we're going to check it out right now. The first is named Dowd. She's a scavenger. That is so weird. Her name is Dowd. She's covered in medical supplies. You see, like, medic crap all over her, just, like, everywhere. And she does not have the medic ability available at all. That's so weird. Why would they cover her in red and white crosses and then not have her have the medic ability? That's extremely confusing to me. And then when she's a zombie, oh, she's not missing an arm. Her arm is just foreshortened. Okay, and she's holding a gun. I thought she was missing an arm, but she's just pointing a gun at you. Can't really see it that well, can you? Sorry. And then when she's a zombie, I was like, how did she grow her goddamn arm back as a zombie? But, whatever. Okay. Second character is named Tomiko, who is a weirdo. She's got the taunt ability as a starter. As long as she doesn't have medic, I'm happy. And she's just an Asian girl in a half a bunny suit and her panties, which is nice. So let's see here. Here's Tomiko. You can see she's in the white rabbit costume and no pants. There's a whole storyline for her, I think, about how people don't know what the hell's going on with her. And then you can see her zombie illustration. You can't really see her face so much. You can just kind of see that it's all blood and gore. That's pretty frightening. For some reason, when she becomes a zombie, giant sharp teeth grow out of the bottom jaw. Alright. Hey Wraith. Hey Vivian. Fodruck. Hey Fodruck. USPS delivers Amazon Prime on Sundays and holidays. The mail carriers go on a rotating shift to deliver on those days. Alright, good to know, Kathy. One of the characters didn't have an arm, but she did. Yeah, it's true. Okay, and here are the miniatures that came with it. That's kind of crazy. Alright, so it's funny because they're kitty corner. You can see there's Survivor Tomiko and Zombie Dowd, and there's Survivor Dowd and Zombie Tomiko, which is pretty crazy looking. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to fit these guys in. That's nuts. Alright, now included with this box seems to be some kind of additional gift from Helen, who apparently has seen one of the YouTube videos that were taken at Comic-Con when I was sharing a room with a few other cosplayers, and what was happening was, as everyone took showers throughout the day or night, a lot of water was getting on the floor. And basically, when a bunch of people had come over, I went on a whole rant about when you're in the shower, especially when you're sharing a bathroom with a bunch of people, you need to dry yourself off before you just step out of the shower and get water fucking everywhere. So basically what Helen did was she took the liberty of sending me some bath mats, which I don't even know if they're gonna fit. My bathroom's about yay big. It's like 3 feet by 3 feet. So I might be able to cover my entire bathroom floor with these. Let's see what the hell's going on with this. I've just been using towels, mainly because with towels I lay them down on the ground and then I wash them, and they're easy. With this stuff, it's a little like they have. Let's see how they are to wash. Machine wash separately in cold water. Use mild detergent, no bleach, tumble dry in low settings. So let's see how these guys look. So we got these 2 bath mats that are fairly sizable. I can probably fit this one on the floor in my bathroom. And then there's a whole other one on top of that. And they're white, which means they're extra hard to keep clean. I guess I would put it in the kitchen, but I know I'm going to get them so filthy. I'll give him a shot. I'll put him in rotation. Let's see. We'll see what's going on. Let's see. USPS. Okay, read that already. Hey, Kelvina. Well, thanks for coming. I appreciate that you tune in. Oh, Kristen, you're at the vet too? I'm sorry. That's never a good time. I don't know why she only has one cast. One of the legs was broken in such a way that the surgery was fairly not invasive, and the head of the femur just needed to be taken off. And I don't think it needed to be immobilized. Basically what happens is you just take the head of the femur off and it's no longer connected to the pelvis, like there's the ball in the socket, and you just take the ball part away and the leg just kind of floats freely, and enough sort of tissue will develop in that area where the leg just won't come free. So, I think that might be the uncast leg is the one that just is missing a piece of bone in there. But I could be wrong. There might be a smaller cast on the other leg. I didn't get a real good look at her. They kind of had her all swaddled up when they brought her out. So, you know, I don't have a perfect description of what the bandage / casting situation is on her. Oh no. I'm sorry your cat has a sick tummy. If I was given $100, would I dress up in drag? I don't see why not. I've put on an Elsa dress for nothing. If you look at my Instagram, there's a picture of me with an Elsa dress on. I mean, are you talking about like full makeup and everything? Like, I guess $100. I've done harder work for $100. Oh no, my computer froze again. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah. Now we're getting into the whole consider it drying off your feet thing. Sorry about yesterday of the Zuni ring used to everyone in my area knowing Native American tribes is basically a silver ring with turquoise and coral. I don't know what's going on, Crystal, with the Zuni ring. Nobody's actually listening to you. They're just looking at your face. That's a nice thing to say to someone, Calvina. If you get hair color on stuff, just spray with hairspray until you can wash it. Interesting. I guess that keeps it from drying? Man, this conversation is just going off the rails. I was going to mention the Elsa dress, scarred for life. Well, I guess you shouldn't look at it anymore then. And then someone made fan art of you in the Elsa dress, and it was hilarious. Yeah, that was I liked that fan art. If you guys got a chance to see the fan art I posted today on my Facebook, there's an artist out there. Let me see if I can find her name. Yeah, let me see if I can find that. Oh, really? What is her name on Instagram? There's an artist who does really cool ink drawings. Oh, man. Come on, man. So I've gotta bring this all the way up. Okay, now I can re-minimize it. What is her name? What is her name? What is her name? Federica the Glitter Princess on Instagram does really cool pen and they're not pen and ink. It's just ballpoint pen drawings of mostly Tom Hiddleston characters. And she's done a couple pieces that are actually based from photo reference of me. And today she did one of Thor TV and I, and they look really awesome. And they're just ballpoint pens. Like, it looks like printmaking. It looks like the kind of line drawing you see on like a dollar bill with like the stippling and the hatchwork and stuff. And it's really cool to look at. So go see Federica the Glitter Princess on Instagram. Can you do your best Loki voice? No, I don't really feel like doing that right now. I'm sorry. I feel like, Kelvina, you're kind of trying to take the piss out of me today. And between... no, not Federica. Yeah, Kelvina. Let me see. Close enough. Let's see. Kelvina. Where's Kelvina again? Yeah, I mean, between you coming in here and telling people no one cares what I'm saying and asking me to do my Loki voice, I'm not all that obliged to comply with what you're looking for right now. Hey, Elizabeth. I'm doing all right today. I don't know. I think I'm just hungry. I'm a little down today. I'm not really sure why. Favorite part of LA? Favorite part of Los Angeles, the city? I would say it's Griffith Park. Favorite part of Los Angeles County, I think, is actually Hacienda Heights / La Puente. There's like some nice mountain ranges where you can go and kind of overlook. I don't even know if that's technically LA when you're on that side of it, but yeah. I'm not gonna dye the bath mats. I'll find a place for them. I may actually use them to cover the windowsills so that they... Oh, you know what? I might put it in a couple of the places where I know the cat sleeps, so she can have a nice soft place to sleep. A special block that you glide your knife or scissors against, which makes it super sharp. I must have missed that part. What is going on? Would you be interested in getting a knife sharpener from me, since you have a knife and everyone likes their knives or scissors to be sharp all the time? I mean, a knife sharpener, honestly, this knife that I use to open packages is a piece of garbage, and you can ask Kat about that. She's been the most critical of it. But the thing is, it's a piece of metal that's fairly thin and fairly rigid, and I don't want it to be sharp. I want it to be dull, so that when this shitty loose blade does end up closing on my fingers, it just kind of scratches me rather than actually cutting me. I'm not too concerned with knives being super sharp. I usually only need them for breaking open tape. And if I do need something super sharp, I've now got about 150 X-Acto blades. So that's my precision sharp instrumentation that I'll use for anything I need to be sharp. Oh, that's Frederica. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, like, I went back into your account today and I was looking through your pictures, and I saw the one you did of the work in progress with the Hot Toys Loki, then me, then the actual Tom Hiddleston. And it was the one where my face wasn't finished. And the kinds of pens you're using are just like Pilot V5 or something. It was just like a normal, like, gel pen. And I was totally expecting you to have like a whole layout of what do they call them? The little pens with the felt tips. God, I forget the name of them, but the professional inking pens. But you're working with a fairly low budget pen, which is awesome considering your results. And I mean, your ability to get a likeness out of a photo reference is pretty uncanny. Like, it's rare to see someone who can capture a likeness like that. So I'm very, very pleased with your work, and I mean, not that it's my place to judge, but I love looking at your work, is what I'm trying to say. I think it's great. Yeah, the bath mat made it full circle. No, my cat sleeps in the windowsills and under furniture and stuff because since she can't usually see anyone coming, she doesn't want to get stepped on. Yeah, I mean, I have a whetstone back in Rhode Island. I also have one of the handheld knife sharpeners. It's like looks like a pistol grip with like almost a. It's got a little V-shaped flint, not a flint on the top of it, but two V-shaped stones that you run the blade through over and over again. And it makes the blade sharp. It also makes the blade sort of I don't know. It's too sharp, I think. Makes it too easy to cut into your own skin with it. So I keep my blades dull because, honestly, there's no one I need to impress with a super sharp knife. So while it would be very generous of you to send me a knife sharpener or a whetstone, I'm not super concerned with the sharpness of my knives. So, Kat says Federica's work is so beautiful that it bothers her. Not the best compliment. Elizabeth worries about me with sharp things. Elizabeth, I've been working with sharp things for quite some time, and I still have beautiful artist's hands. So don't worry about me. I'm fairly careful. I worry about any of you guys with sharp things. How do you like it? You'd pay to see a drag show of you and others in full RuPaul drag. Alright, well, hope you got enough money to produce a show where you can fly in cosplayers to get dressed up in a dress for an hour, because I'm down. Just not going to finance it myself. Angel Girl Sealy. Yes, let's. I mean, how can I not feel like this is condescending when people are like, "You can't handle a sharp knife, you idiot!" Like, I can handle a sharp knife. I just don't have anything that I need to cut with a sharp knife. It's like, if anything, the one thing that I've seriously cut myself with was a pair of electric trimmers, like that you use to shave your head. And that was because I trusted it too much not to snag on anything. Hey, Kelvina, anytime. No, they're called, what are they called? They're called, like, Precise or something. I don't know what they're called. You're not missing much, Brandy. This isn't my most energetic stream. I didn't realize how crazy of a mood I'm in today. I have not ever thought about getting a real tattoo, because there's just nothing I want on my body for the rest of my life, you know? Like skulls or knives or like a lady or somebody's name. What's the point? Why can't I just treasure that image and not emblazon it across my body in some way? Yeah, I mean, she sits on the sofa, but she doesn't, she'll usually move if she hears somebody coming. I work in a kitchen. I'm used to getting cut accidentally. Don't get blood in your food. Am I thinking about playing a prank on Thor TV this Halloween? Of course not. I don't play pranks on my friends. I've done a couple of them, but usually the amount of anguish that pranks cause isn't worth it. Thor TV and I have kind of a mutual respect where we don't surprise each other with things. We say, like, hey man, I'm thinking about doing this. If you're on board, like, we can make it happen. we plan out a lot of things, and we try to, like, make sure everything's okay. We approach each other very sort of respectfully and carefully, whereas I think that when I end up being friends with someone who's into pranks and who's into, like, just a lot of spontaneity, it ends up sort of rubbing me the wrong way. Maybe it's the control freak in me that just doesn't respond well to pranks and other surprises. I've actually had relationships in which I'm like, guys, like, not guys, but where I talk to the person I'm with and I'm like, no surprises. I don't want any surprise parties. I don't want any unannounced, like, events or, like, big ideas or, like, pop-up vacations or anything like that. I was like, let's just talk about it beforehand. We don't have to have the surprise involved, and we don't have to be, like, trying to guess what the other person wants. I'm too easy to overanalyze things, where I've actually ruined a couple of really well thought out surprise visits and stuff. I had an ex that came to see me. I was dating someone, and she came to see me because it was long distance, and I found out beforehand, and I was so not palpably surprised when she got there that it ended up being just an awful weekend because she was so mad that the surprise was ruined. So on the topic of surprises and pranks, no, he's gonna come by for Kamikaze, and and we're gonna do what we do, and that's our comfort zone. So that's why we're gonna not pull pranks on each other. Dorian Nason says, "What are you doing?" Well, you're looking at it. Modeling. If you think that drag is the next step up from modeling a robe, that's a pretty extreme jump, Danny. It's just a robe. There's a black robe with a hood on it. Putting on, like, a uncomfortable, tight women's clothing and doing up hair and makeup and, the prep work that goes into being a drag queen, like, that's a process. Putting on a robe, you do that to be comfortable. Actually, that was the only one. There were no more packages today. Yeah, Copic pens. Those are one kind. There's another kind as well, but Copic is a perfect example of artist pens. Yeah, since it's Columbus Day, there's not a whole lot of UPS or mail delivery happening. And by not a whole lot, I mean none at all. If I could, I would have tattoos all over me except for the face. Well, Wraith, from what I understand, you're a young lady. Please give it some time. Think it over hard. Look at some of the older people you know who have tattoos and think, is that the person that I want to be like when I'm older? Because, they don't go away. And oftentimes, the stuff that people think is cool when they're young is not the stuff you think is cool when you're older. Earring or piercing? No. There's no reason. That's just something to get caught on things. I currently have 17 tattoos. I get paper cuts all the time at work. Now, everyone. Wow. What is this? Hold on. What is this stream for? Dorian, it's just kind of people who know me from my cosplay page who tune in to see me open packages that are sent to me from my Amazon wishlist. So it's a little bit of a niche. You're in a little bit of a niche group right now. It's definitely not for everyone, and I could totally understand your confusion, but I'm more concerned with how you ended up finding this place. Prank number 1. Place a smoke bomb under the target's car to make them think their car is smoking. Yeah, Thor TV's got enough car problems as it is. Yeah, the P.O. Box, I checked it a couple days ago, and I'm going to check it tomorrow, but I can't even get access to it today. So hopefully there's a couple things in there. We'll see. A chess piece and a few others. Prank 2. Food dye in the shampoo. I put food dye on my feet for when I do prison Loki, and that stuff stays in your skin for a while if you don't get it out fast. So, I mean, that's kind of mean, putting food dye in someone's shampoo. I gotta say, Cassie, like, if I had a friend who either made me think that my car was breaking down or put food dye in my shampoo, like, I would actually be very, very mad at them. Like, that's not funny for me. Like, I would actually confront them and, like, probably cut them out of my life, like, pretty quickly. No joke about it. Like, just tell them, like, if this is your idea of fun, I'm not down with this. The unboxing was a set of board game pieces for a board game that I'm very enthusiastic about. And as an add-on gift, I got some bath mats that were not specifically requested by me, but they're a reference to an internet video that was made featuring me, in which I talk about the etiquette of not getting bathroom floors wet. Let's see, 10/16, that's 4 days from now. Made us think at age 5 we could pull our teeth out if we pulled on them long enough. Crystal, why is your grandmother trying to make you pull your teeth out? What sort of family tradition is that? And moreover, even with that information, why would you even attempt to do so? Do you not want teeth? Why do you not want your teeth in your head? Yeah, I just did a little video editing today, and I may actually try to pull a bunch of little clips off of these YouTube videos of, like, kind of the greatest hits, just so I can get some practice with editing. Yeah, whoever that was on Tumblr who asked what my favorite candy was, I should have gave them a couple of different answers, because I'm going to end up with about 8 pounds of red Australian licorice now. My uncle tried to get me with a rubber spider, scared my bro, not me. Hold on. Wow, you guys are talking faster than I can respond. Hey, Laura. Faber-Castell. They're a Faber-Castell, that's also a brand. I want to say they're precision. I want to say they have something to do with, like, precision pens or something. I don't know. Yeah, seriously, I'm getting a ton of licorice. Good to see you too, Victoria. I'm not as afraid of the needle aspect of tattoos, just the commitment. I fear commitment. Got a couple of tattoos planned that I haven't worn in 5-ish years. Faber-Castell, that's, yeah, precisely. Had a weird dream with Loki. We were actually fighting over a black cat. Good to know. And Camilla is very well known for her cat affinity, so Loki and cats seems like the perfect dream. Yeah, Steven, I'm sure he's keeping busy. I think he's trying to get back into his kind of health regimen. So, I mean, don't quote me on that, but I think he's trying to be running and working out and doing his things more. Oh my god, I've got 6 bags of licorice coming at me. Have I ever had a dream about Loki or Thor? No. Loki takes up a very small portion of my mind. I'll dream about jobs, I'll dream about conventions, I'll dream about family members, but the character of Loki is not important enough for me to consider in my dream state. No, I'm not an April Fool's person. I used to have a roommate that used to take his mattress and box spring and try to block me into my room before I woke up every morning. But on April Fool's, I would actually wake up an hour earlier just so I could hear him pushing them along the floor and open the door just as he got there with his mattress and box spring and be like, put it all back. I'm done. we're done with this prank right now. So 2 boxes of 8. Are you guys telling me I got 22 bags of licorice? I can't eat all that. I can't eat all that licorice. Oh, God. Alright, Karen. Good talking to you. Alright. Okay. Oh my God. Cassie, your house sounds like a nightmare. Constant prank war. Because you know someone's going to take it too far and actually physically hurt someone else or affect one of their important relationships or friendships. Someone had put fish in my air vents of my vehicle, and it stunk so bad for so long. That's really malicious. Like, that's not even a friendly prank. That's disgusting. That's unsanitary. Marie, you might want to check your surroundings for enemies. Ooh, apple crisps. Those I can eat a ton of because they're not pure sugar. There's real fruit in that. So I'm thinking I have to go back into the wish list and actually renew a couple of things. Like I have to re-add apple crisps and re-add beef jerky, because those are a couple of things where, while the beef jerky isn't super healthy, it's very proteinaceous and it's good for me to have as a snack. Well, I'm glad you're not disappointed, Victoria. It was you, Elizabeth. Of course it was you with the candy. I'm gonna end up with a half-ton of candy. I hope you guys don't mind, but if I do end up with 24 packs of licorice, that's a lot of licorice, and I will be distributing amongst friends and stuff. I mean, because that's so much. That's so much candy. It'll rot my teeth out. Prism pens, that might be a set as well. Tattoos can also be a pain to cover for cosplay. Yeah, I mean, even Steven's got the tattoos, and that can sometimes be... He's been asked to cover them up before, and he's like, I don't even know how to do that. How is it you stay so thin? Cassie, I just hate eating. I hate drinking, and I hate breathing. So I lose weight very easily because if I wake up, I'll procrastinate for an hour before making breakfast, and then I'll eat a reasonable sized breakfast, but then I'll just get in front of my computer or start doing something, and I'll work for 8 hours, and then I'll look up and be like, oh shit, I haven't eaten for 8 hours. I'm angry, and I'm hungry, and I'm hangry, and then I'll eat something that takes 2 hours to get the groceries for and prepare. So then it's been 10 hours since between meals, and then by the time it's another 4 hours, I'm like, well, I might as well just go to sleep. So then I've had a day where I've only eaten 2 meals, and it's not because I want to lose weight, it's just because I just hate the prep work that goes into making food. It's just naturally how I am, and I have a fast metabolism, I think. Larika, I'm glad you've gotten to make it today. Twizzler is my biggest issue with all my cosplay. Prismacolor. Prismacolor is more markers. That's more for coloring. The pens... God, what the hell are the name of those pens? Let's stick with the Copic. Copic is probably the ones I was talking about. You might have more coming that you don't know about. I mean, I've always got a lot of things in the... It seems like I've always got a million things on the way. Dreams coming true. I mean, I guess I could pass out entire bags of Australian licorice to trick-or-treaters, but there's no... I live behind a gate, the locked gate, so no trick-or-treaters make it inside my apartment complex either way. Tattoo is the only thing I'm going to get if I have it ready. Put the apple crisps and ginger beer. Yeah, ginger beer I don't want to renew until I run out of it, because it's kind of... I'm always tempted to drink it more than I should. I try to keep it down to 1 can a day, but it's hard not to. It's almost Halloween. Who do you plan to dress up as? Can you guess? I'm going to be at a convention on Halloween, so I'll be cosplaying Loki on Halloween. Hey, Linda. Glad to see you here. Ginger beer is more like ginger ale, but the ginger flavor is very much more prominent. Sometimes it does have a richness like a root beer, where it's more sweet and kind of earthy. But typically, ginger beer is a very dry, very fizzy drink. Like when you swallow it, sometimes it'll actually make you cough because it's got so much bite to it. So if you get a chance to try it, I'd recommend buying 1 bottle or 1 can and giving that a shot. Stay away from Bundaberg and Reed's. They're the most common types of ginger beer, and they're also kind of the least indicative of what ginger beer tastes like. Like, Reed's has a lot of pineapple in it, so it's actually more like drinking a fruit soda that just happens to have a ginger flavor to it. It's still good, and Bundaberg is very sweet. Bundaberg is almost exactly like root beer. It's very, very sweet and very rich, but it's not as fizzy as I like it. But you know what? By all means, try both of those brands if you see them in your local store. But I recommend Gosling's as a baseline for what ginger beer should taste like. If you live in Europe, there's like a Jamaican style. There's like a Jamaican ginger beer that they had that was really good, and it's fairly common to find. My twin sister and I had a tree climbing contest, and in order to get to the top first, she pushed me out. I broke both my legs. Yeah, Victoria, that's exactly what I'm talking about. If your pranks are causing people to break their legs, or you're having your legs broken, probably not all that worth it for the laugh you're gonna get. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, because like honestly, if there's gonna be something that I want to eat to gain weight, it's gonna be ice cream. But I can't eat ice cream, or else I'll throw up. I don't know what it is with ice cream, but just ice cream I have a really bad reaction to. So I've been buying the soy and coconut-based ice creams, but obviously that's a little tougher to send through Amazon. And I'm sure someone's going to say, oh, you know, they can ship it in a thing, they can ship it in a container with dry ice or whatever, but I'm not interested in getting ice cream through the mail, especially if I'm going to be out of town and miss it. Ginger beer isn't like ginger ale. I mean, depends. They've both got a ginger flavor to them. If someone asks a lot of questions about your cat on Tumblr, it's me. Fair enough. I'll keep that noted. What's your idea of your dream car, and what style would you have it be? Oh my god, what a detailed question. I've actually answered this one before. Basically, I drive an old station wagon right now. I don't want to go into too much detail about the make and model of my car. But I drive an old station wagon, and honestly, if I could just make my current car run perfectly and run on like solar / electric / some sort of renewable cheap energy, that's what I would have. I would just have a station wagon that runs well, and I can get where I'm going, take long road trips basically for free. That's all I'm trying to get. I don't want a monster truck, I don't want a sports car, I don't want a big rig. I just want my car that I've got that is better functionally. Yeah, I mean, people think losing weight is like a blessing, but it's not that fun when you look in the mirror after a weekend of running around and you feel like you've become less, you've lost so much weight that it's unhealthy. Tells talking about the tattoos here. It was when I lived with parents, there was also something mean going on, and I usually got the worst of the pranking. Yeah. Do I have plans for Halloween? I will be at Kamikaze in Los Angeles during Halloween. Look through my subscriptions as I woke up. It's only 6:30, 6:15. Yeah, I've still got plenty of ginger beer left. I probably got about 20 ginger beers left. Was about to ask that question. 6:13. Brandy is good. Have you ever thought of making the vest that Loki wears? Vest that Loki wears. The one from Dark World, where when he's kind of still got his Asgardian clothes in the prison? The closest that has come to being made was when I was in talks with a upstart sort of luxury costume company that wanted to use me as basically a spokesperson / model. And they were like, oh, we can make you another Loki costume. And I was like, okay. And they were like, okay, that'll be $1,000. And I was like, well, no. So go ahead. You can make a Kickstarter and get that $1,000, but I'm not paying $1,000 for another Loki costume that I don't need, that isn't going to be all that well recognized anyways. So the vest has been considered, but until I get serious about really hunkering down and honestly doing less online stuff and more crafting stuff, I won't be making any more fancy costumes for a while. What Loki are you dressing as for Halloween? Halloween is what, the Saturday? Halloween is the Saturday. It'll probably be either Dark World Loki or Avengers Loki without the helmet. There may be a surprise costume depending on whether it gets made or not. I had a friend that wanted me to do a group cosplay with her, but I've heard nothing from her, which means that nothing has happened on that costume. So you may see a surprise costume on Saturday of Kamikaze, but you may not. And if you do see it, it may only be... may not. I don't know. We'll see. However it works, it works. Which countries have you traveled before, and where else would you want to travel? When I was really young, I went to Mexico, to Mazatlan. And just recently I went to London, Edinburgh, got to meet Farlight, and Glasgow. I think I was in Glasgow for a day. Don't know why I was in Glasgow for a day. But I'd like to go back to the UK and Ireland and just hang around with people. But this was, the trip I went on was with my mom, because she's always wanted to go see castles, so we were doing a lot of sightseeing. It wasn't my cup of tea to go and sightsee. I just don't enjoy looking at places of historical note. Red Stripe? What about Red Stripe? Are you asking each other about Red Stripe? I don't drink Red Stripe. I don't drink beer. But it was... almost choked on it. Goodbye, Kathy. Crap. Wow, you guys are... okay, bye. Try cold apple cider. It tastes amazing. Better than apple juice. Yeah, apple cider's good. Apple cider will give me a stomach ache, though. Not in the same way that ice cream will. Like it's actually like an ache in my stomach. I had that in a few years. See you later, Frederica. Thank you for the art. The incredible art. Ginger ale is Canadian. It's different. Frederica. Okay. Someone got you a gift certificate for a spa. Would you use it? I suppose. I don't know what I'd do at a spa. It seems like a lot, like, I don't really relax when I'm in, like I sit in a bath for a while or whatever, get a scrub or a rub down. Like, I'll take a massage, I guess, for like an hour, but I get bored really easily. A spa. I don't even know what a spa is. I've never been inside a spa, so I don't really know what that would be like. Let's see. I don't know if you guys have it in the US, but in the UK we have Krabby's Ginger Beer. Legit the best tasting ginger beer. I'll give it a shot if I see it. Someone recommended Fentimans to me, and I got to try it a couple weeks ago. It just wasn't. It wasn't. It was flat. Like, it just didn't have enough carbonation in it. So I'm always hesitant to take people's ginger beer recommendations, but anything I see, I'll try. Nearly every week for folks considering going to film theater. It's just sad, but you can sometimes be turned away for having a tattoo. Yeah, if you're an actress or an actor with a tattoo, that might be a limiting factor for you, unless you're The Rock. Man. I feel you on the car thing. I just want what I got with no troubles. I have to use it for work. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I don't understand the appeal of having a sports car. It's expensive. It's not versatile. You can't drive it anywhere when it's like, you know, raining or snowing or if there's potholes. I got a buddy who has a Lamborghini, or I met a guy that has a Lamborghini. He's a friend of a friend. And it's just like, oh yeah, you know, I have this Lamborghini, but typically I just borrow my mom's SUV and drive that around town because the Lamborghini can't handle the potholes in LA. And it's like, well, then why did you spend all that money on a Lamborghini? Like, it seems like a waste to me. There's always the other surprise costume you can do. I'd like it too. I actually managed to find a legit Loki costume for $250. Not bad, but it seems like it's a good buy. If you're talking about the cosplay Sky Loki costume, it actually, yeah, it does. It looks decent. I wouldn't... For $250, it is a reasonable costume. But if you're talking about something on Etsy, I mean, it just gets tough because someone might be selling the costume that's custom made for them for, you know, $250, and what you get is what you get. There's no sizing options. There's no, you know, you don't know what it's going to smell like. You don't know, you know, how well it's holding together. So there could be a lot of problems with that Loki costume. For $250, chances are you're not, you know, it's not going to be replica quality, but, you know, if you got the money, see what it's like. See if you can go for it. Yeah, as far as coming to the UK, there's plenty of people asking for it, but I just don't have the money to fly overseas right now. Easy to find. Oh, no. That's not beer. That's I was talking about a ginger beer. It was some sort of Jamaican brand ginger beer. I'm not really sure what the exact name was. What are you guys going to do in Memphis? You guys could be the only reason for a few of us who thought about going. You know, it's going to be the whole weekend, so we're going to do what we normally do. This coming weekend is going to be a pretty good test run for Memphis because it's going to be the first time that we've had a table. And if I can get my ass in gear this week, I may make some prints, try to sell them. But yeah, ZapCon we're gonna have a table, and then in Memphis we're gonna be sharing a table with Red Skull Alliance and Perfect Cosplay. And you know, we're gonna try to do some shoots. We're gonna try to be at the table. We're gonna have a panel to go to. We're gonna try to walk around a little bit. But I don't think it's gonna be that big of a con that it'll be like, oh, where are you? We can't find you. I think it's just pretty much just gonna be like a couple of meeting rooms put together, and we'll be at the table most of the time, I think. So come by, try to come by early and say hi, because we may, you know, maybe we can say like, oh, later today we'll hang out for a couple minutes or whatever, which is easier than, you know, at a bigger con where people are like, oh, come on, let's hang out, and it's like, we don't know where we're going to be in the next 5 minutes. We don't know if we're going to be able to move in the next hour, so we're gonna see what we do in Memphis, but we'll definitely be easy to find in Memphis. Jigsaw Killer, okay, go to Bath. Wear my femme Thor at work for Halloween. Have you ever gone to a con in the Loki armor and then seen it's a hot day? Yes. Almost every con is extremely hot in full Asgardian Loki. It's just, you got to deal with it. You just sweat it out. That's how I end up losing so much weight. Is you're at a con, you get caught for 2 hours at a time standing in a position. By the time you eat lunch, it's been 6 or 8 hours. Oh, Krabby's is alcoholic. All right, won't be trying Krabby's. I actually almost bought some alcoholic ginger beer from Whole Foods once, and I didn't notice. And it was gingerbread beer. And I got to the thing, and the guy's like, "Need your ID?" And I'm like, "No, this is just soda." And he's like, "Nope, no, it's really not." And then I put it back where it was. Have a good night, Ashley. Look up Zombie Boy and Tattoo. Yeah, okay, Tattoo Goo. Man, this tattoo thing is just, people are super, super attached to that subject. Do you have any weird habits? I got a ton of weird habits. I got a certain way of doing a lot of different things. Superstitions. I bet I could, if I thought really hard, I could figure out some superstitions that I have. But I don't have any that, like I love tarot cards. I love pissing off tarot card decks. Like, the last time someone tried to read my cards, they handed me a tarot card deck and they hold it out like this, and a card, like, slides out on the top. And it just, like, shot itself right at me and then stopped. And it was like, "Here, take your card." And I pushed the card back into the deck, broke it halfway, and then reached in and took out this other card, and it was like a 7 of Swords. And as soon as the girl looked at the 7 of Swords, she's like, "Oh my god, that's a terrible card to get." And I was like, I'm not letting this deck tell me what to do. Like, so I sort of have an unhealthy irreverence for superstitions. Good working Jeep Ford Explorer. Alright, Kat, I'll see you later. Long drive when you're by yourself. Old Jamaica ginger beer, that's the one. Not gonna lie, it's kind of weird seeing you on camera with your shirt color other than green. Yeah. I can't wear green every day, I'm sorry. I do these unboxings almost every day. And, I don't have enough green shirts to last me through an entire laundry cycle. 5 hours to Memphis. There's a lot of potholes, so it's not the best idea to have a fragile car. 2.5 hour drive. Yeah, come on down to Memphis. That'd be a great, I mean, I'd love to meet you guys. 10 a.m. left around 8 p.m. Well, hopefully you got a chance to eat if you got there at 10 and left at 8. Go to Bath for a spa. Oh, you mean actually go to that's a city, right? Why would I go across the world to, like, experience hot water? You know? Dorian Nason wants me to beatbox. Alright, I'll give you the free preview of beatboxing. There you go, there's your beatbox. If you wanna get any more beatboxing, you're gonna have to figure something out that's gonna entice me, because I'm not here to take requests. Something with space and that can go off-road, something I can use. Okay, more car stuff. Something in our organic section in my area. It's pineapple. Yeah. That might be the Reed's. If it's ginger beer with pineapple in it, it might be Reed's brand. I have several tarot decks. No idea how to use them. Yeah, typically with the tarot decks, it seems like everyone who has one, you can just kind of pull the cards out and then look online for what they mean. Do you believe that people can get possessed by an evil spirit? Jeez, that is dark. I believe that people can be possessed by mental illness. How's that sound? Reasonable? I mean, evil spirits... that's a tricky thing to get into. I'd have to see some examples, but I have a much stronger belief in mental illness than evil spirits. Sophie is well. Sophie's healing up. My cat is well. She's sitting in the window, enjoying the warmth. Dorian wants to beatbox battle me, but he can't. Dorian, I feel as if you've been misinformed as to what exactly I'm here for. Certainly not for beatbox battles. I would love to hear you beatbox battle. Maybe you could send me a link with a YouTube video of you doing some beatboxing, and then you can be like, take that, Loki Hates You. Like, let's see what you got. And then I will make a video where I just talk about how I'm not going to beatbox. But I'm already doing that. So, take that, Dorian. I started in 2012 as Loki, but I've had a couple of con-relevant costumes before that, but nothing big enough to really mention. Camilla says, I would love to get possessed by Loki, if you know what I mean. So, Camilla, let's talk about what happens when people want to get flirty. Typically, when I hear that sort of thing, to me, it sounds like bullshit. Because it's like, I'm saying a funny thing, but everyone who says that sort of shit they never do anything. You know, like, they never come through on anything. They're just like, I want to make this joke full of innuendo, and then it's like, well, cool joke, bro. Singing, I can probably dig up something of me singing. I don't want to do it now because I've got a ton of neighbors around, but eventually there will be more video or at least audio of me singing. Thinking about when I'm doing Twitch streams involving more singing, just because I hate not speaking. There's long periods of me not doing anything on Twitch, and that makes me embarrassed, especially because I make funny faces when I'm concentrating. So, I have over 1,000 Pokemon cards. Good. My schizophrenics think they're talking to God if that's being possessed by something. Yeah, I mean, I'm not here to talk, like, mental illness is nothing to joke about, and it's certainly nothing I'm qualified to speak on, so the comparison between evil spirits and mental illness is probably offensive in some way, but it's not. I don't mean it to say like people who have mental illness are evil, but I think that if you look back into history, a lot of the accounts of people who have been accused of being possessed may in fact have been people who had some sort of mental illness or sickness that affected their personality. I worked on my scarf. Have to go. Alright, goodbye, Stephanie. Did you find classic horror movies funny? I don't know why, but every time I watch the old Evil Dead or Freddy Krueger movies, it makes me laugh. I actually find action movies funny. Like when a bad guy just like gets nailed with like a bunch of bullet wounds, like squibs, and just that I think is hilarious. Gore, not as much. People being like stabbed and like having their arms and legs and heads cut off, that's really gross, and I don't think it's funny. Sergeant Dark, because this week I went with my best friend, and that's far away from the city in the area of her home. Just next door, people there told us that someone was getting possessed. Sorry for this crazy story. I mean, I'm not here to discount what anyone's saying, but like, yeah, I hope whoever it was that was being possessed has found help, whether it's through some sort of medical or religious intervention, I hope they can find some sort of peace and comfort. What other characters have you cosplayed as? I saw you as the Joker on your Facebook page. I've done a Skinny Lobo. I've done Ace Ventura. I've done Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles. I've done what else? The Crow. Classic douche costume, the Crow. But they're all, I mean, they were all like kind of stuff out of my closet. It was nothing too costumey. Just stuff kind of thrown together. There's actually, I think there's a whole gallery in my Loki page of me not being Loki. It's only probably 5 or 6 different photos, but I think it's cool that Hulk's going to be in Thor 3. If they can get as many characters into as many of the movies as possible, that's, you know, I like that. Because that's how the Marvel Universe is. Like, Thor will bump into Hulk sometimes. That's just how it's going to happen. This is my favorite song. I think you meant to include a link, but YouTube won't let you. Yeah. I had The Crow stage wine. I was in my 20s. Oh, I had The Crow stage while I was in my mid-20s. Yeah. I mean, it's an easy costume. You have black pants and some boots and no jacket and some white face paint. You're done. But I don't know. I'm still not buying it unless I see it. Yeah. Well, you know, certainly don't buy it every time someone says that there's a possessed person in your life. Beer Doc, what's up? Good to see you. You're actually just coming in at the very end of the stream because we're running out of questions. Yeah, Expendables is one of those movies where it's hilarious, and it's just henchmen with, like, stupid sunglasses and ponytails getting, like, destroyed by, like, automatic shotguns and shit. Like, you can't take it seriously because it's so over the top. What's your favorite action movie that make you laugh? Boondock Saints comes to mind. And... oh, what's that movie called? Oh, God. There's one with Gerard Butler. Shoot 'em Up. Shoot 'em Up is one of the funniest action movies I've ever seen. Please watch Shoot 'em Up. Okay. I Can See You as the Crow. Good movie. Iron Man, Black Widow, Jean Grey. Tried to cancel Licorice. Don't worry about canceling Licorice. It's fine. I'll figure out somewhere to put it. Boondock Saints is a favorite of mine. Yeah, I really like Boondock Saints. It's just some of the violence. It's pretty hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna go. You guys have a good night. Maybe I'll be online later. I gotta troubleshoot some shit on this computer right now. So I will talk to you guys soon. Miss you. Love you. Bye.